Sorry about that. I don't leave my volume of my phone up, so one of my kids had to answer it. But I never know what I'm going to talk about on these videos. I always pray that the Lord put it upon my heart. So what I'm saying is
July 25th, 2014. These are SETI A.
He knows. I don't even know what that is. Wait a minute. Hang on. I don't even know what.
1,000 times.
That was just the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. All my pages, I must have had, I don't know, some things up, and they all started going off at the same time on these videos. Wasn't that crazy? Anyway, he knows. He knows your walk. He knows your prayers. Nobody else does. I mean, really, nobody else knows your innermost thoughts but him. He knows your questions. He knows what you needed, what was bothering you, what was keeping you from getting there. What it was getting there. And I always say that he told me that the people that find me, that he has sent here, okay, that he has sent here, he did so, because they needed that oomph. They needed whatever it was. I don't know what it was, but whatever that was keeping them from going all the way and getting that, their aha moment or whatever, that here he would give it to them. Okay, and it would push them over that mountain finally. Because how many times do we get up that, almost over that top? We slide back down. We slide back down. We slide back down. We slide back down. And it's so wonderful to finally get over that, you know, and that whoever he sent here would get over that, you know. That would be their oomph, their oomph. So that's what he said. So he truly called you. I mean, it's not by accident. And those who don't get what I'm saying, you're not supposed to. At least not from me. Okay? He's going to show you a different way if you're meant to know it. If he's they have scaled eyes. They have you know, cotton ears. And it's not that it's a bad thing. Not that. I'm not saying that they don't love God or they're not godly people or they're not Christians. Please, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that in order to know, in order to be taught, okay, by the Lord, he has to remove the scales. He has to remove the patches from your eyes. Only he can do that. And look, not all of us, you know, how long did we go with, you know, scales on our eyes before he removed them and then just flooded us with all this divine, heavenly, wonderful, you know, teaching and information. And then the thing is when you learn it, I mean, when you hear it, you know immediately. That's the thing, is you know immediately. It settles in your spirit right. It settles in your heart right. And you know, this is the real deal, you know. That's the ticket. That's the key right there. Is when you know that you know that you know. Okay? That's it. You can't fake that. You cannot fake that. And if you are, I don't even know why you would fake it. Okay? Because you got to be real with him. Everything has to be real with him. Has to be. Can't fake that. So if you're not getting what I'm saying, and if you're sticking to your, you know, the way you've always thought, always been taught, generation upon generation upon generation, it's okay. It really is. It's okay. Because it's just, he's not removed that for you to move on. And it's very important, though. I will tell you that. It's very important that you do know it. But it's not here that you will get it. Maybe some will. Maybe some. But he has to do it with you. He has to do it, and he has to remove those scales and open your hearing, because he came, I'm telling you, It's the mysteries and the sealed words. The mysteries and the sealed words that he is delivering now. And he has been delivering. Just not everybody's hearing it. Not everybody has hearing. Not everybody has sight. He came to help us. And things are not going to go as we have always thought. And what you have to do is you have to look at those in your spirit, okay? Not in your flesh, because the flesh is what tells you, oh, turn them off, or change that 45 over, or, turn the page or whatever. That's not right. That's blasphemy. That's my favorite, blasphemy. No, it's not. You know what? Don't judge, and don't ever judge anybody, ever, 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 because we love the Lord just as much as you do, just as much as everybody does. But it's different, and I will tell you this: the rapture not going to happen like everybody thinks it's going to happen. It's not, and it's silly to argue over pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib, all that, because it's not going any of that way, okay? It's going his way. His way, his way, his way. And that's how it's going to go. Not all the church gets to go. And you always wonder that. At least I did. I was like, well, they're saved, but God doggone, they're mean. Well, I know they're a Christian, and I know they believe in Jesus, and they say they're saved, but gosh darn, they are not waiting for him. They're not looking for him. They don't think he's going to come for a long time. So I don't get how how could they be ready? Because they're not looking for him. So how is that the watchers, we're watchers, we're watchmen on the wall, is what we are. We're ready. We're looking for him all the time. We're all excited. But then the ones that are hanging out in the, whatever, they don't want him to come. Well, how's that right? How is that? How can that all be? They can't be part of the bride. They can't. Jesus is so loving. He's so sweet. I'm telling you, he's so sweet. And God is so excited about the rewards, that he's so excited. But the bride is his bride. And as a gift to his bride, for their faithfulness, for their excitement, for their watching, for their readiness, okay? He knows that even the bride, if you are a bride and you still get a little spooked, and you still get a little unsure, and you still get a little confused at things, but yet, see, the thing is, every day you're searching for him. Every day you're searching for him. Every day you're waiting for him. You're just in love with him. You're just going forward. You're moving forward. You're not standing still. You're moving forward. Well, that doesn't mean that you're not part of the bride. That just means, sometimes the flesh the enemy starts whispering, and the flesh, because when we get in that lull time and we got time on our hands, you have time to start thinking. And that's why I said, don't let the enemy whisper in your ear. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. You're a bride. You're a bride. And if you're a sleeping church member, you know it. Okay? And for the ones who don't believe in hell, that hell's a real place, I feel sorry for you too. And it is. But again, he has to show you that. He has to. And those who believe that Revelation really is not going to play out, just a allegorical, surprise, surprise. Sleeping church, it's going to be part of the bride. I mean, how can those two be the same? They're not. The bride, as a gift for their faithfulness, their love, their watching, they're waiting for their betrothed, okay? They're waiting for their husband. They're waiting for their giddiness, for their excitement, for their planning their wedding. I mean, they're excited. It's different, okay? So as a reward, they get to go early. Now, and he's chose to let us know how that's going to happen. So how that's going to happen. And then the process of that. And remember, it's patterns. Patterns. Just listen in your spirit, okay? Be in your spirit, and he'll tell you. He'll tell you. Of course, we all know who we think the Antichrist is. I mean, I'd say probably, 90% of the world, 80% of the world thinks it's that, the one person that everybody thinks it is. Do we know for a fact? No. But do we know for a fact? No. But God is using him. If he's not, God's using him as to set the stage, as a setup for everything to happen. Could he be? Yeah, he very well could be. Okay? Because again, things are not happening like we've been taught. So, a lot of people don't think he is because of how, when he came on the stage and when it's like timing is off. All the timing is off with everything. Well, you can just forget that timing thing. Just really forget that timing thing, because it's his time. And I'm telling you, now I get, remember how those months I was on the origins, go back to the origins of the word and origins of God and everything, and I know why now. Because unless you know the origins, you don't know how things are going to go. I'm telling you, you don't know how things are going to go. Because how we intercept that word, how we intercept and digest that definition of words that we know now today, totally different in the Hebrew, in the Greek, in the Latin. But I mean, it's different meaning. Okay, and that's why he wanted us to go back to the origins, to know the truth. I'm telling you. So I said, I don't even know going. Do I think Psalm 83 is right here? Yes, I do. Could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could. But it sure looks like it. Okay, sure looks like it. I do not believe. I said this on a video. I don't even know if I released that video or not. But a couple weeks ago, and I said, I do not believe that we're going to have a 7-year tribulation. I do not believe we're going to have a 3.5-year tribulation. I think it's going to be very short. I think maybe a year. Maybe a little bit longer. I don't think it's 3.5 years, and I don't think it's 7 years. Just from what Jesus is teaching us, just what is starting to happen, and the timing of everything. Could I be wrong? Absolutely could be wrong. Because you have to understand, I'm learning each day, okay? I learn each day, all right? Could the 3 days be 3 hours? Yeah, could be. 3 days could be 3 hours. I don't know. But again, it could, could be just 3 days. Remember, heaven is different too. What happens in heaven, it takes 3 days to manifest here on earth. Okay? Do I know that there is a black dragon and a red dragon in the spiritual realm? Yes, absolutely. And let me tell you, are the angels battling them now? Yes, absolutely. Okay? Does Israel have a dome over it? Yes, it does. Has a supernatural. God has a dome, a protective dome over Israel. Okay? He does. We don't have one. Trust me, we don't have one, but Israel does. Will it get a crack in it? Does it have one now? I don't know. I don't know if it has it now, but it does get a crack in it. Is the black dragon just like pounding it and pounding it and pounding it, trying to get through? Yes. Yes, he is. Okay? All that, the red dragon is the top dragon, okay? And so all this evil and hatred and the strength, as the black dragon gets stronger from all the fighting and everything that's going around from the other side, it strengthens the red dragon, It strengthens the red dragon. But that's what the angels are fighting. See, they're not fighting the demons, but they're fighting those dragons too. Because the dragons are around that supernatural dome that God has over Israel, trying to break through. Okay, they're trying to break through, and you've got these angels, just 24/7. You understand that, don't you? And I mean, and how many? I mean, there's gazillions of them, right? But I mean, they have to go back and get, and then they have, their replacement come. But boy, yeah, I mean, their swords get whopped off, and they get tattered. But big battle, big battle. He doesn't allow us to see that because we can't handle it. We can't handle that. But there will be a time when we will see it. Okay, and I'm telling you, time in the near future that veil, when that veil is torn and ripped, which it will be. Okay, and how do you know that the veil is going to come off? Well, beside the fact that in Revelations it tells us what's going to be seen, right? The veil was ripped in the temple, was it not? Remember when Jesus died? The earthquake? The veil, the temple veil, they actually had a veil. It was ripped, right? Okay. Well, this is the veil that hides us from that supernatural realm. Again, that veil in the temple, it closed off the supernatural realm. Who was allowed behind that veil? Only the high priest, right? Only the high priest. And when he passed through there, it was the supernatural realm. Okay? So, but the realm, and that's what that veil was. All right? That's what that veil was. So, follow pattern. Veil's going to be ripped. Everybody's going to see. But we couldn't function. We couldn't function if we could see that. We couldn't function. We'd be too scared. We'd be too scared. You should see everything out there. During the tribulation, they're going to be able to see some bad things. Bad things. And so I learn every day. I learn every day. So if I come back on here and say, well, this is what we learned, and he clarified that, okay? He clarified this for us, and this is what this is, We learn as we go. So, you have to have an open heart, and you have to have an open mind. Spiritual, you have to be in the spirit, and that's where you have to learn, okay? Because that's where he's teaching us. I know things are different, okay? I know they're different, and if everybody was truly honest with themselves, okay, again, they would know it too. They would see it. We cannot help but see it. It's different. It is. It's not going as we thought, but we know why. We know why. Okay? We know why. So, don't be stuck. Don't be stuck there. Those scales will never be removed. Never. Okay? And they have to be removed by him. So if you don't get me, it's okay. It's okay. If you do get me, thank you. Thank you for listening to him. Thank you. I mean, I'm the same as you guys, okay? I had to follow my breadcrumbs. I had to listen. I had to see. I had questions. I had whatever. But I knew when he would lead me somewhere, and I knew immediately, okay? And that's how you know. That's how you know. So, and I say, if I don't know, I say, well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know everything. I'm just sharing what I do know. But soon, very, very soon, he's going to be giving us so much. I know. I do know this. I do know this. It's going to be pouring out a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. So, you have to watch. You're a watcher. I'm a watcher. We're watchmen on the wall. But alarms are ringing now. Alarms are ringing, okay? And heavenly alarms are ringing. You know, heavenly bells are ringing. You know, during the tribulation, do I believe that there are, well, obviously there are demons here. Hello. I mean, in demons in human form. I believe that. I do believe it. I believe now there's just a mixture of everything here. I do. I do believe it. Do I believe it because somebody told me? Nope. I know from what I've learned. I know from what I've seen. I know from what he has shown me. You know? I can tell you this firsthand. You know what I look at? Did I ever think in the world I would be a conspiracy theorist? No. No. I was just fine going through my, I never thought I'd be a conspiracy theorist. Ever. But after 9/11, and I started digging. I started digging in, started listening, okay? I always had an open mind, open ear. And that's from the Lord. The Lord did that, you know? So, I followed my breadcrumbs to what he showed me. When I found out, though, when I really know, and I believe this with everything I am, that we truly live in a matrix, okay? Not an actual matrix, but I mean, it's a matrix. The world is not as it is. Nothing is what it seems. Our history, from not anything really. The history books have what they want us to know, but is that the real reason? Is that really what happened? Is that nope? It's dark. There's a darkness in those things. They're plots. Did I ever think those words would come out of my mouth? Nope. But they do. They are. It's everything's planned. Everything's plotted. Everything's planned. Everything. I think about this immigration thing going on. Do I feel sorry for those kids? Oh my gosh, I want to bring them home. Okay? I want to bring them home. I don't think anybody should go through that. But do I want to? What is okay, this is what people aren't looking at. We know, because God has given us this discernment of the bigger picture of this, okay? They are not checking them. There's just a officer that is working in these camps where all of these illegal aliens are coming over, and they're not getting shots. They're not getting checked out. They're disease, anything. No, nobody's checking them. Nobody's doing anything. They have no idea what they're bringing across the border. Okay, we know this is part of the end time plan. Okay, now when everything starts, we know that Russia is going to invade us. Okay, we know that the United States land is going to be divided. We know that we're going to be hit here. Okay, not only with military, weapons, but we're going to be hit by God, okay, weather-wise, destruction-wise. The landscape is about to change. Remember that. The landscape is about to change, all right? Whether it be the volcanoes, the asteroid, the earthquakes, all of them together. Those people coming across the border, okay, by the droves of them, it's all connected. You understand? because they're going to be on a side once all this starts. Okay? I just think it's more for that other side. Okay? The enemy side, I mean enemy of war side. Okay? I don't know, but it's not for the good. It's not for our side. Okay? Am I saying all them people are bad? No, I'm not. But you know, when you're headed for freedom, and you know, people who don't know any better, when you're ignorant, remember, ignorance is not stupid. Ignorant is not having knowledge in something. Okay, and so that leads you to do stupid things from lack of knowledge. Do I think that they are ignorant in areas? Absolutely. And I think, therefore, that ignorance will lead them to do very stupid things. Okay? And not on our side. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So that plays along in there. It's all set up. There's no mishaps. Now, you don't believe me on that? You think it just, you believe the news and think just this started happening? January on govbiz.com, the government, federal government, put out a work order, a contract out for people who they wanted to be like, you know, foster parents, or they wanted them to be guardians for these illegal aliens coming over. Okay, they put that out in January, right? January. I don't think that was planned. Absolutely, it was. See, it was. There is nothing. See, we've all thought throughout history. It just that's because somebody wants that. I mean, it just happens. Nothing just happens. Nothing. There is people behind people behind people behind people, plots behind plots behind plots behind plots. And boy, how stupid have we been? Foolish. You know, we were gullible. We believed. I don't believe that anymore. I know it's all a plot, and everything has a reason. Everything. So, yeah, and I just know that they're gonna play. Oh, how many are coming over? Huge part. You know, you have to understand when that dark army. I mean, not only are we going to have, not only are we going to have the physical, you know, armies that come and invade us, you have that spiritual side, okay? Dark armies. That once the Holy Spirit's gone, that darkness is going to take hold of so many people. It's a dark army. Okay? And do I think that, I think there are a mixture of everything here. I do. All those conspiracy theorists for years have been saying these things, and you just laugh it off, and you're like, oh, he thinks that there's whatever here. You didn't pay no attention. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't pay attention to it. Okay? Didn't. Did I think there were UFOs? Yeah, because I will tell you this. When my kids were small, we lived in, our house was octagon, okay? We live right by a military base, but our house was octagon, and being up with kids at night, I was always up, and a lot of times I'd go out and walk on our deck, and I'd see this round UFO with the lights around it, almost every night. One night, it was like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, me and the kids were out. We got in the car and followed this thing, and it was crazy. That's why I believe in it, because I saw that, okay? Well, was it? I don't know, but I seen it shoot off really fast, and that. I'd say, oh, look, it thinks we're, I guess, our octagon house. I don't know, I'd make jokes of it, right? But the other stuff, I didn't pay attention to it. Now, do I pay attention to it? Now, and two, because Jesus, what are the odds he's going to teach us about the fallen and exactly what happened there, okay? It's the blood. It's the defiled blood, okay? Didn't know. Again, that's why God had the flood. It wasn't that people were just bad. They were sinners. You know, oh, they're going with so-and-so's wife, and oh, well, they're just killing some people, and they're doing this. No, 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 no. I mean, because we think sinners and, you know, they don't believe in God, they're heathens. It was so much worse. So much worse. It was the fallen blood, okay? So much worse than we could ever imagine. Noah had the only pure bloodline. He was the only one who had God's pure bloodline in him. And that's why he was the only one saved, him and his family. Okay? We know that now. So, if you know that the fallen bloodline had to be big, but it survived, because we know the fallen survived. Some of the fallen survived. Some of the offspring survived. And Satan mentored them all the way up till today. He made sure that it was the powerful families, that they were put in the high positions, that they all the way up, okay, all the way up. Satan knew early on where the power was and where he was going to be. It wasn't women, okay, it wasn't women, and he didn't care about. He hated the women. I understand this. It's not about the women. He wants to get on God's level, right? So it's that power, and so we know that he controlled everything, because he could not have offered it to Jesus. Everything that he offered, everything of the world, right? The governments, all that. He had to be in control of it in order to offer it. So, but that's why, you know. But knowing now that we know, with all this coming up, and think how many years now this has all been boiling, you know, more, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Now we have all the stuff on the fallen, all the stuff that now all of the statues, the carvings, all these old, you know, paganistic coming out. Well, now when we look at them, we know why they're like that and what they are. See, let's bring it all together. It makes sense, because I'm telling you, and the reason why it's all coming up now, it's because we're going to see it again. We're going to see it again. Again, this is why God allowed the book of Enoch to be removed, because nobody before us, they didn't need it, okay? Because it wasn't going to happen. The fallen wasn't going to come back until now. All this wasn't going to manifest until now. Okay? But you need to know the book of Enoch, because that's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to see. Okay? And all of this, everyday talking of all this, that's what it's all doing. It's bringing it all home. It's bringing it all in. It's going to bring it all in. Oh, yeah. Did I ever? No, I didn't think all, but it is. It's going to all happen. Just, again, you don't have to be Einstein to know that, okay? But Jesus came to tell us his truth, see? He came so we know now what that was. The defilement of the blood. Defilement of the blood. Just 144,000 that he has them hidden. The enemy searches for them, because he knows their role. He knows their role, because they will turn other Jews toward God. So God has had them hidden. Whether or not he's had a veil over them or whatever, you know, I don't think he's had them hidden in caves, but I mean, he's had their identities hidden. So, okay, that's 34 minutes, so I better stop, cut it off. But yeah, so those of you who don't give me, it's okay. It really is okay, you know. But don't leave nasty things on it, because trust me on this, there'll be a day that all of this comes out. And now there's too many of us. I don't know those other people. I will tell you this. Anybody else? I don't know. I know my group, okay? My barn group. But I mean, personally, do I know the other ones that are all talking about this? No, I don't. Okay? But it's all the same thing. It's everybody's from all around the world. It's all different walks of life, that he's given us all the same things and teaching us all the same things. Again, that's not by accident. You know? I'm just as sane as anybody. I really am. You know, I believe the same way everybody did. Same way, same way, same way, same way, same way. And my sister and I, one of my sisters, I mean, I love her to death, but we hardly speak because we used to talk about the Bible all the time. All the time. We were on the same page, right? We used to talk about the Bible, except she loved Obama from day one, and I was like, oh, that scares me because she doesn't have discernment in that, and that bothered me. But, I mean, we believed these things would happen, and this would happen, this would happen, but because I know what I know now, her and I hardly speak. I mean, I love her, but we never speak about God. I mean, never speak about these things. And she thinks, see, she thinks she knows him. She thinks that she's just, right, it's her pride. It's her pride. It's her pride. She's not willing to learn anything else. Even when things aren't going as it is, and she's a smart woman, she refuses to move from that spot. She refuses it. Refuses it. Shame on her. You know, too, she's also believes that, you know, well, yeah, you know, it's okay for, you know, I guess people to, you know, believe this way or that way. And I mean, atheists, no. She totally against atheists. Anybody who doesn't believe in God, you know, but she's not all in, meaning she thinks she's all in. She thinks she's all in. She thinks that she knows what's going to happen and knows him and knows this and knows that. She's the one that months and months ago when I was talking about the enemy, okay, that if you mention Satan or the devil, she thinks if you just don't talk about him or hide, then he just doesn't mess with you. You know, you can't talk to her about opening doors because how he gets in our life, we open doors. Anyway, so, thank you if you do get me. And how blessed are you? I mean, I think I'm so blessed too because I got it, right? You have to feel the same. Do not lose that. Do not lose that. And I will tell you this. Give everything to the Lord and don't worry about it again. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. But you know what? I walk in that every day. I walk in that every day. Every day. And it gets so much easier. So much easier as the days go on. And you stand in that. And you just know he's got it. No matter what it is, he's got it. Okay? So, thanks. I love you. See you soon.